Usually we put a lot of effort into aligning our objectives with the universe and concentrate on our dreams. However, have you ever questioned why it's not always a straight line to manifestation? In order to prepare us for the great stage of manifestation itself, the universe appears to have a marvelous way of guiding us through a number of intermediate levels. Consider these actions as cosmic evaluations, chances for us to show our sincere dedication and preparedness. In its wisdom, the universe is putting our resolve to the test. Are you really ready for the treasures you seek? Seems to be a whisper that asks, and every trial seems to be a cosmic nod. In actuality, the universe unlocks the vault of our aspirations once we get beyond these obstacles. The concept of manifesting, or making our desires come true, is incredibly alluring. There is no denying the allure of a world where our most intense impulses might surface. But there are difficult times along this route. We are typically confronted with two basic issues during this stage. What actually keeps the art of manifesting alive, and why do so many people fail at it? Initially, we can all make mistakes. Intention and alignment come together to form manifestation. Sometimes we are greeted with a wash of problems rather than an instant surge of good change. The universe appears to be giving us the exact opposite of what we want, a perplexing mystery to be sure. For instance, we decide on our objectives and welcome prosperity, optimism, fresh chances, and motivating relationships in our life. However, occasionally it appears like the journey makes an odd detour. We may become trapped in situations that appear to go against our objectives in this complex web of life. The difficulties seem to be growing, and even our financial status can deteriorate. We are left wondering what happened after a disturbing experience. We must continue to be steadfast in our goals during this fascinating time, even as we question why the tide has swung so drastically in one direction. Clarity arises when one is alone. We come to see that the cosmos, in its mysterious wisdom, has a special way of handling its seeming insanity. It is a litmus test for genuineness. Essentially, the universe is asking you, do your wants come from deep within you? Are you truly ready to accept the reality you desire? This is a path of truth, finding our deepest goals and making a commitment to live them out. Consider the yearning for enormous wealth. Although achieving such money is a popular goal, it necessitates a transformation in the kind of person who can responsibly manage wealth, just like any other trip. For instance, the universe is putting us to the test and forcing us to consider whether we are truly prepared to go on this life-changing journey. In a world where dreams frequently arise, the universe's tests are a mystery that has yet to be solved. They are the mirror that asks us if we are prepared to embrace the core of our dreams and reflects the depth of our desire. It's a revelation that gives our route fresh insight. We know how to deal with the universe's difficulties. Then things change, as if you were flipping a page. We learn that the difficulties we previously encountered served as stepping stones that brought us one step closer to the treasures we sought. The course is reoriented, and soon the things we want start to come to pass. It is evidence of the universe's complex manifestation, a force that invites us to embrace our deepest desires and inspires us to find our true selves. As we delve farther, we return to the central query that underpins manifestation. The answer to this question could help us solve the universe's riddles. You see, manifestation is about something more profound than the universe meeting our particular needs. It has to do with the universe giving us reflections of ourselves. For emphasis, let me reiterate, the universe is a mirror reflecting our nature, not a wish-fulfilling creature. It is the fundamental component of manifestation's mechanics. Receiving what fits with who you are is more important than getting exactly what you ask for. Consider it. You want to achieve financial success, fall deeply in love, and live comfortably in your ideal home. The underlying idea is this: change will only appear as long as your inner self stays the same and you vibrate at the same frequency. This is a major transformation. This is where the cosmos enters the picture, not as a foe, but as the one who shapes your path. The universe presents us with obstacles to encourage us to change and broaden our horizons. You must ask yourself, despite obstacles, are you ready to reflect the energy of abundance? When we adopt this viewpoint, we recognize opportunities even in the face of difficulties. It's a change in our perspective as well as our situation. This leads us to the second layer of the universe's purpose, which is to observe your dedication to your new self, particularly during difficult times. We are choosing a rebirth when we make our desires known and step into the world of manifestation. A new version of ourselves is what we are selecting. The universe is shaping this new you, gently encouraging you to live as the person who has already achieved these goals. These difficulties serve as indicators of our resolve. They serve as our transformational journey's guides. Therefore, it's critical that we understand that each time we start a manifestation process, we are choosing to accept a different form of ourselves. The secret to getting what we want is this decision. Let's do a thinking experiment before discussing ways to get through these difficulties. For a moment, see your former self as a unique living entity, like your favorite animal, a dog, cat, or any other creature that speaks to you. In your mind, in your consciousness, in your very being, this creature has made its home. Now picture a new monster showing up and taking over the area where the previous one lived. It is comparable to a new renter asserting ownership of a previously occupied space. What would the former resident think? The older species would either grudgingly concede defeat and go, or it would challenge the newcomer in an attempt to preserve its authority. A key element is shown by this metaphor. When the manifestation process becomes more difficult and confronts challenges, it is frequently an indication that your old self, your old patterns, are resisting this change. Rest assured, however, that this resistance signifies the imminence of the old self's breakdown. Let's now examine how to successfully negotiate these obstacles that the universe has placed in our path. The first stage is to welcome your former self's revolt with appreciation and even joy. Why? Because it is obvious that your old habits and self-perception are about to vanish when they revolt. Contrary to popular belief, this resistance means that the old will eventually give way to the new. However, a lot of individuals shudder when they see these signs. They fear the uncharted region of change and are frightened by the idea of turmoil. They revert to their former selves at this pivotal point of revolt. However, we are here to acknowledge and comprehend the significance of this disruption. When we recognize its significance, we see that transformation begins with a revolt against the old self. We are able to recognize and accept the essence of this transformation. We realize with this bravery that the more the old self fights, the more it crumbles. Every day turns into a chapter of disintegration, the old self gradually vanishing, and a great transformation occurs along this journey. The second aspect is living up to the qualities of the new version we want to become. For instance, avoid focusing on whining and scarcity when faced with a task. An evolved thinking reacts in a different way, feeling secure and abundant. When you face obstacles on your own path, consider how the you want to be would respond to these circumstances. Try this easy exercise during those difficult times. Imagine adopting this realized self's perspective. Just think about it. How would they tackle this problem? What would they say? Living in this mental space provides a lot of direction. You are immersing yourself in the wisdom of experience by taking on the form of your future self. It's similar to seeking advice from a mentor who has been in your shoes. This idea may serve as a basis for conquering challenges and assessments. Let's now proceed to the following phase of the journey, acknowledging your accomplishments. Take a time to think about this. Every step, no matter how tiny, is a victory. The road to manifestation is not a quick change, a simple pulse shift that brings success right away. It's a slow process of improvement, a daily dedication to improving oneself. You add a new brushstroke to the painting of your development with each morning. Thus, accept this notion and give yourself permission to rejoice with every accomplishment. Did you successfully get past a hurdle today? Did you act with a newfound poise in a situation? If it seems like a minor accomplishment, give yourself a pat on the back. You are sending a strong message to your subconscious by acknowledging and applauding these small accomplishments. You are strengthening the idea that you are getting closer to your goals and making progress. However, I want you to keep in mind that we are all developing. Thus, embrace your time rather than striving for quick changes. Honor every stage of your individual journey. Significant changes are made possible by the accumulation of these tiny actions. You are creating a bridge between where you are and where you wish to be by accepting and rewarding yourself for every step you take. An energy crossroads occurs when a problem occurs and things don't seem to be going as planned. One must decide whether to foster optimism or reinforce negativity. Typically, negativity and ideas of failure might surface when we encounter challenges. But you are realigning your energy by acknowledging your progress and cultivating a happy mindset. You are creating an environment that is conducive to growth. The universe pays attention as you celebrate all of your accomplishments, no matter how tiny. When it observes your devotion and determination to change, it reacts by bringing events into line with your goals. The practice of manifesting thrives here. Consistent development and accepting the journey are more important than perfection or quick fixes. So, dear friends, keep this in mind. The ever-watchful cosmos acknowledges your efforts and aligns with your goals. In actuality, you are the one who plans your own path. Thank you for your attention if you're still watching. Please think about clicking the subscribe button if you liked the content and would like to see more. We truly appreciate your support. Please feel free to share your opinions or experiences in the comments section below. Take care and keep checking back for more thought-provoking content till the next time.